Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. What a knockout. Listen, I can't even get into the intro, bro. Big man thing, because I just want to talk about this fight, yeah? So, just like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, you know the way there. It's all in the description box below, or, you guys know what to do. Cool, yeah? Conor Benn, what a knockout. This guy is getting better and better and better. How I see Conor Benn is that in his next fight, I need to see something. I need to see a huge name. Okay, we'll get onto that straight afterwards. Let's just talk about the fight, shall we say? Or to be fair, let's talk about the build-up. People were saying that Conor Benn looked drained, and this could be a tough night's work. Algieri's been in there with some huge names, the Spencers of the world, your Pacquiao's, Amir Khan's. He's been in there with some great names, okay? But at the same time, he's of an age where he's a little bit over the hill, and he's had a 2-year layoff as well prior to his last fight. So if anybody's going to win this fight, for me it's going to be Conor Benn in a convincing fashion. And the reason why I said that is 2 reasons. One, youth and enthusiasm, and stylistically Conor Benn is all wrong for Algieri. The worst opponent you can pick for Algieri is like Conor Benn or a Mexican. Somebody that's listen. Conor Benn might as well be a Mexican, yeah, because the way he comes forward, he's aggressive. It reminds me of your Marcus Maidana type of approach, okay. But let's get started into the fight. Round 1, Conor Benn looked sharp. He looked strong. He looked like he was fearless. He was literally hooking him to the body and making sure that the wheels are falling off so that he can clean up upstairs, okay? He was hooking to the body and wearing him down. Algieri looked very tentative. He looked scared. He felt the power, and it was just, he didn't want none of it. He didn't run away like Granados, but he was a little bit more competitive. He stepped out of range a lot of the time, stepped back into the single shots, but was very tentative in the hope that Conor Benn will gas out a little bit more. And I don't think this Conor Benn is going to gas out, So if you can't hack the power, firstly, whatever plan you've got to make sure that you can apply that from the get-go. Because with Conor Benn, he's not going to change throughout the whole fight. Okay, it may change tactically slightly, but in terms of his gas tank, his output, it's just going to be at that same level. If not, it's going to get higher and higher and higher. So you're better off, being dominant in the first round against Conor Benn if you stand any sort of chance to take him off his rhythm, etc. Algieri didn't do that. Round 2 came along. Algieri still very tentative. Conor Benn literally turned it up a notch slightly. Literally hooking him to the body, and managed to get a knockdown. Okay, at first I didn't think it was a knockdown, but I might have to rewatch it again to fully gain an understanding, because it didn't look like a knockdown. It looked like it was an off balance type of a scenario. But Algieri, was livid about that. And Algieri was complaining a lot, to be fair, back of their head, below the belt. And I know that Conor Benn was striking some of those shots, but you're in a fight, bro. It's not like, you can't just complain every 5 minutes. Oh, come on, man. Just take whatever you've got, just take it and just be like, what? And just go for it, man. That's just my opinion, because if you're fighting against Conor Benn, especially a couple of times where he with the back of the head shots in particular, he was bending down, rotating his head, and Conor Benn was just hooking over. So if his head was just straight, Conor Benn would have just hit him bang on the forehead. So I can't really stick it on Conor Benn for stuff like that. But round 3, Conor Benn, I would say, turned it down a bit. Okay, he increased the quantity for the first half of that round, but second half he began to just become a sniper. He went from a shot, he went from a machine gun to a semi-automatic machine gun to a sniper. Okay, he turned into a sniper. For the rest of that third round, he was just watching to see where your holes are, what's your weaknesses, what part are you not protecting as much as another part. Because when Conor Benn was throwing hooks, where he's great at, and defending a hook prior to this fight, Algieri wasn't good at. But I see it's something that he's worked on recently. he was protecting that with all of his might. And if Conor Benn was going to hook him, as in knock him out by a hook, it would have happened probably later on, where his whole body would have been shut down through the body shots, etc. But Conor Benn didn't want to wait that long. He wanted to get him the hell out of it ASAP. Covered into the round 4, similar tactics to end of round 3. He was watching him, a couple of single shots, light shots here and there, but overall the aim is just to see where the weaknesses are. Okay, like a sniper. Saw it. He wasn't defending the front window. Went for it. Yeah, 1-2 down the middle. KO. Khalas. That's all she wrote. Okay. Not even a count, bro. Let's not waste the time with a count, bro. Because this guy, he's out of it, bro. He's completely out of it. And Conor Benn extends his lead, extends his winning run. Okay. After the fight, he was talking with Eddie Hearn and Ade Latipo. Big up Ade as well. Okay. Ade's doing amazing stuff in boxing, man. And from a guy who started off just similar to myself, doing videos in his front room on a green chair, just went from leaps, bounds, and took just a small idea and just took it globally, man. People know him in the US. He's now doing his own shows, talk sport shows, and for a guy who's had a more difficult upbringing, super proud of the work that he's doing at the moment, man. And also condolences to his recent loss with regards to Marvin, etc. But it just shows, man, like even a recent loss that's happened this week, he's still on the job on the weekend, because this is what takes his mind off stuff. So I have a lot of time, strength, and just general love for Ade Oladipo, man. Big him up as well, and he also gave us a chance. That's after all of that. That's not really, that's not important, but like, he also gave us a chance as well. Okay. He was asking Conor Benn how he says that performance, etc. Conor Benn was just like, yo, you might have just given me easy opponents. Like, what's going on, bro? Like, he looked pissed, bro. He was like, bro, you made me work that hard in the gym, bust my nut off, yeah, to then come back and give me an easy opponent, bro. What the flip, bro? Like, that's how he looked like, yeah. And he was talking about how him and his dad were the perception of him being in the shadow of his dad. And in my opinion, I think Conor Benn is a separate entity, man. Every time I look at Conor, I don't think his dad straight away. I don't think of it. Actually, I don't even think of it, to be fair. I just think Conor as the welterweight, doing his thing, etc. If anything, the first person I have in my head is Eddie. And what Eddie was saying is that a good fight for him would be against Adrian Broner. Okay? Not so much Evanesean. I don't think they want to talk about Evanesean, because potentially it might be because of a boxer, and boxer the zone, it's kind of long. But AB is possibly, I would say, the perfect name for him at the moment. Or even Keith Thurman. Somebody, a welterweight that's top in America. That's what he needs. No UK fighters. No, because at the end of the day, you're going to have to go into the US anyway. It all would tie back into the US. Because let's just say he fought Evanesean in the 1. What would he do straight afterwards for fight Broner? Like, why you just skip it, bro? Just fight Broner anyway. Broner and Evanesean are the same level. I think Evanesean will batter Broner, to be fair. So why don't you just fight fight Broner or Thurman? Maybe Thurman, then Broner. And then if you beat those two individuals, which is a huge ask, but if you do, then fight somebody in and around the top 10, your Danny Garcias, etc. And if you beat Danny Garcia, you're looking at Ugases, yeah? Bloody Ennis, no, but Ennis, I think Ennis needs a world title shot. But Ennis, so it goes, for me, it goes Crawford, Spence, Ennis, Ugas level, and then sort of the rest. So you could go into the top, or if you beat those level guys, you're looking at a top 5 opponent, other than Crawford, Spence, I need to see him a bit more, because I'm not sure how Spence will develop over the next couple of years after the fight that he has with Crawford. But tonight is overall is Conor Benn night, and let's just see him in the next fight. But America for me is the place to go. Let me know who you would face between Conor Benn and another opponent. Who would that be? Let me know, because for me, AB is my choice, but I'm sure everybody else has a different approach and a different opinion. But thank you for watching this video. If you've not done already, click the subscribe button. Oh, brother, I completely forgot. Katie Taylor looked in this fight. I was saying Katie Taylor's been on a gradual decline since the Delphine Pursuit fight, and it appears that is the case. Also, good win for Charmin Ajako as well. A bit to work on with regards to his anticipation of being in range and out of range, of being mid, long, etc. You guys get the gist. Because from how I've seen is that he's throwing good shots, but from either too close or too far or at the wrong angle. Okay, but it's the right shots, it's the right idea. He just needs to work on the range and also setting up punches, but he will be huge in the future. Okay, but thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like the video. Peace, love and prosperity. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace.